Hi everyone, it's Jenny with Joey and Jenny's Little Yellow House. We're on YouTube and Instagram at Joey143Jenny, and we're on Facebook at Joey and Jenny's Little Yellow House. Okay, so I'm back with another episode for the Four Seasons Junk Journal, and I'm still kind of wrapping my mind around how I want to do things. The great thing about this kind of a journal, and of course you could use just a 3-ring notebook if you wanted to, is that really you're not necessarily committing to everything because everything can be taken out. But what I thought I would do, and we'll see how this plays out, is have 4 main sections. And then these I will decorate based off of those sections. So this will be spring, summer, autumn, and winter. And I haven't decided if I'm going to do fabric or paper or fabric and paper. I haven't decided yet how I'm going to decorate them. But then inside of those, between those tabs, my thought was, just have some random things, but also, let's say for instance, in February, I wanted to do a Valentine section, a sweetheart section. Then I would have maybe something this size that maybe doesn't poke out past the main one, and it would just say Valentine or have hearts or something as a little tab. So within the big ones, within the seasons, we could have different things. So in spring we could have Easter and things like that. Then when we turn to summer, I could do some gardening and some picnicking and some wedding and 4th of July Americana. Then in fall, I could do all kinds of fall things. I could do pumpkins, and then I could do Thanksgiving and things like that, and lots of leaves and mushrooms and stuff. And then, of course, in the winter part, I could put all kinds of snowy stuff, Christmas and New Year's, so we could do all that. So that's my initial thought, how I'm going to organize this. Now I'm kind of struggling with this one. I don't know what happened. I don't remember it being that way. Maybe it wasn't, I just didn't notice. So I'm going to see if I can get that fixed. I hate to have to go to a different one of my books because they're ones that I wanted to save up, but I may have to if that doesn't behave. Okay, so basically all I've done, not much, is on some of these, and this one needs to be punched. On some of these I did put a reinforcement, just some paper to reinforce before I punched holes in them. I thought that was sweet with the strawberries. So just different papers. Some of them scrapbook, some digital. Yeah. And then, but I haven't done all of them. Let's punch this one. So I hope everybody's having a really good day. It's nice and sunny. Again, I was tempted to coffee dye. I'm really dying to. And what happens is I just can't put it off any longer. And then I go and coffee dye. And, I just have so much right now. But I'm always trying to perfect my coffee dyeing process. So, so I just keep on keeping on about it. So let's put these in at least and try to just kind of guess at where they would go. I'll probably put pockets in here too. I'm thinking about that. Okay, so spring. Let's see, when would we do the roofs? Probably springtime. I was looking to see if it made a recommendation. This could go in anywhere. We'll put this in the summer one. Put that in summer. Roses we'll put in summer. This is strawberries. We'll put that in summer. Peaches, I think I'm going to put peaches in fall, although I need to probably check to see if that is when peaches, are ready to be served. I don't know. It does kind of look like it's summer, but I'll put it in fall. We'll see. Of course, these would be spring. So let's get those in. What's that? Roofs. Let's put roofs in. And then we can rearrange these as we want, as we, you know, start putting in other papers and things like that. Yeah, so while I put this in, we'll just chit-chat. So it's a beautiful day. I watered out front, but I need to go out back and water my new little seeds. Yeah, that's going to be a problem. I'm going to have to see if either Joey can fix it or I'll have to switch books. Now I'm just going to put these in kind of like that for now anyways. So yeah, so I watered out front, and there's a bird building a nest. Did I already tell you that? There's a little bird building a nest on my front porch, and I'm going to start videoing it and posting it. That's pretty. That looks kind of autumny, so let's put that in autumn, fall. Storage of... I feel like storage is going to happen in the fall, so let's put that in here. Again, we can rearrange them, but we'll just get them situated. This is probably summer, although that looks like a cherry tree or dogwood. I don't know what that is. And dogwoods bloom in the spring, so maybe we should put it in the spring. Oh, I just don't know about this. I'm going to have to get a different book out. Ugh. That is not good. It's just slightly bent. And then it's open a little bit, just enough to catch everything. See? It is a stink. Ugh. That's how a lot of things get torn, when it's just off a smidgy. So I'm going to have to find which book I want to do. It'll probably be a garden book, because I think I have several of those, more of those than I do the handyman and the sewing book. Okay, so those are in. And then another thing is, when this is open, this has plenty of room here. But when I close it, and it's not caught, it pokes out. So I may have to take another ½ inch off of that. Okay. So these need reinforced. And then I had, so I've got to find some papers for those. I haven't figured out the papers for these yet. So that's okay. We can work on that another time, I think. But what I also wanted to do is kind of fold papers or organize papers that I want to make pages out of. So I know I want to make a page out of this. And in my mind, there's a couple of ways that I could fold it. So I can fold it this way and then have this be where the holes are punched, like that. Or I can flip it, have the holes punched here, and I want to sew most of them, and so then sew here and here and leave this open as a pocket. So that's something I can do. If I sew it this way, I'll probably leave this open as a pocket, but I will probably sew down this way to reinforce a little bit, so that whatever I put in there isn't just rattling like crazy and getting that messing up the 3-hole punch. And they may need to be reinforced, so we'll see. So when I know I want to do that, this one I definitely want to go in, and I think they're pretty on both sides. So that, and then these were some other things. So in the Junk Journal Studio kits, typically you'll have these pages that have 3, and I love these pages. And so I'm going to go back through and look through my downloads and print off some of these. And I also notice I need to print off a few other things, because I don't think I'm going to have enough of what I want. Like, I want a few more strawberry things, I think. And I want to look through the Christmas, because I don't, most of my Christmas I've used. Okay, so then what I thought I would do is sew these like this, and I'll probably glue under a seam. I think I'll just do that now. I'll glue under a little seam like that, only straight. If I can get it. This reminds me, so this weekend, Saturday, I spent the day for my youngest daughter's birthday. She wanted her hair highlighted. So as you may remember from my years gone by, my first corporate job, and when I say corporate, it's because it was more than one salon, and I general managed and had a design team. So I call it corporate. Anyways, yeah, so I did that. That was my first real 10 years of organized type of, job. Anyway, so I still keep my license. I went to a Redken school. If you know anything about Redken, you know that they're really a good product. They're very scientific, and I love the science behind it. So anyway, so we did a Redken highlight and then a toner, and she has long hair, and I'm a lot slower than I was, and we're in a kitchen. So it was quite a lengthy ordeal, and she's such a good sport about it. We watched 2 movies while I did it. We watched Father of the Bride 2 and Big. Of course, we've both seen them a jillion times, but that's what's fun about them, is you don't have to keep an eye on them the whole time. Okay, so then on this, my thought is to sew around, and then they'll go this way because they'll be short enough. So see, if we use this as our guide, I'll catch it on 2, I'll catch it on 2 of these holes, and then I can put them anywhere, and they'll be longer than this one, so longer than some of the pages, but shorter than this tab. And then I'll just have them throughout, and I thought that would be really, really cute. So I'm going to do that. I need to get a bunch more cut and printed. So I'm going to just make a pile. So anyways, we highlighted her hair. I can tell I'm a lot more nervous. I was a lot more daring when I was younger, I guess, with highlighting, because I used to highlight, foil wrap women's hair like nobody's business. I loved it. I loved doing chemicals when I was back in the day. And oh gosh, I had this one girl had hair down to her waist, and it was so thick. And I'll tell you, I had never seen, I still have never seen hair that much hair on one person. And I used to foil wrap her hair, and I would do it in 3 hours. Always allowed an extra hour for her. And normally in our salon, we allowed 2 hours for a chemical, and then in between the chemical, you do, you wrap a perm, or you do a couple of haircuts or whatever while they're processing. Well, not anymore. That does not happen for me anymore, because it is full-on concentration. But what reminded me of that is turning these under, because, I would take my comb as I was wrapping her hair with the foil, and I would, bend it and put it up on her hair. So that reminded me of that. So, but anyways, we had a good time. It's always fun spending time with my girls. Love it. And, it's fun spending time with them individually, but for that birthday party that we had this weekend for my youngest grandson and my youngest daughter, the one that I highlighted her hair, I ran in the kitchen to get something. Oh, that's 2 pieces. Okay. I ran in the kitchen to get something, and I come back and hold on. I get choked up. there's my two girls just sitting at the table talking to each other, and it just warms my heart. Such a mom. They always see who can make me cry first because they make me so emotional. I love them so much. But, you know, just watching them love on each other and chat and laugh, and I mean, yeah, makes me tear up. And so I tried to snap a picture, but just as I did, one of them took a big bite of something, you know, cake or whatever, and then so then I went to snap the other one, and then the other one got up, and it's impossible. So it's a myth. It's all a myth that they do sit together and chat, but it's a beautiful, beautiful thing when they do. And they love being together. They're just so busy. They both have, you know, they both have careers, and my oldest daughter has the 4 children. Gosh, okay. Pull it together. So they don't, you know, they don't get together as often as they did when they were younger adults. They would have sister time, you know. But they sure are fun, and then they always just sit together, you know, on the couch or whatever we're doing, they'll sit cheek to cheek. And I just love it. I just love it. Now, of course, I don't say anything to them when they're doing it. You know what that's like. Say something, and then they're like, Mom, you know. Oh, boy. But, yep, that gets me. My girls get me choked. But we had a great time. Her hair turned out good. I was disappointed it didn't turn out as light as she wanted it. I was a little nervous how long to leave the bleach on. Because once you see it with all the product on it, and it's like a creamy yellow, I'm nervous that it's going to be too white if I leave it any longer. Or since she's had it highlighted several times, you know, I don't want it to break, so I get shy about it. So it wasn't as light as I would have liked it, and I don't think it was as light as she wanted it either. And then we ended up double toning it. It's turned out beautiful, but just not as light as I think she would like to have had it. And it wasn't as light as the picture she had shown me. So, okay. But I don't know how much longer my hairdressing days will last. I don't know. I kind of like this with this. I love that print. So I think I'm going to do this one with this one. Might have to trim it down again. But I can do that in a little bit. So yeah, so this is basically all I'm doing is just getting everything ready to sew, I guess. Not everything, but just as I go, you know, what I'm thinking about. Getting it done. Then I'm going to go out and I'm going to water the zinnias and the seeds that I planted. I looked up today to see what colors do mosquitoes dislike the most, because we get so many mosquitoes and we will just get eaten alive. And it said, the Google said white, they don't like white, or they're not attracted, I guess is more the right word. They're not attracted to white, blue, or green. Well, I have jeans on and I have a white shirt on, so I'm hoping. And then I went to look online for a white button down. I used to have a white button down, really thin cotton shirt that I really, really liked to garden in. because I felt like it had a little bit of sun protection, and I also felt like, you know, the bugs left me alone a little bit better. They had to go through the shirt if they wanted me. But I have no idea where that shirt is. No idea. So I was looking for another one online, didn't find one. Okay. How are we doing on time? Not bad. I think what I'm going to do is go ahead and pause and sew a couple of these, and then come back and show you what it's going to look like. What I really want to do is I'm really anxious to get the rest of the paper printed so I can make more of these in the different seasons, as well as you know, do some of the other holidays or seasons anyways. So, well, let's see real quick before I pause what we want to also sew. Here's some. Here's some good, that's a good summer. Here's some good spring. And like I said, I'm not going to use all the Junk Journal Studio, but I do want to use quite a bit in here because, well, for one, it's so gigantic. I can use quite a bit, and I just love it all. So, oh, I love this. I love that. That's one of my favorite ones. All right. And you know I love this one. I think I had that on two different journals. I think I used this half on one journal and this half on one journal cover. And on the other journal cover, I cut this out and put something behind it, but I can't remember what. I gave those away last year. Oh, there one I need to. Okay. All right. All right, let's pause, and I am going to sew these. What is on there? Okay, you don't want to watch me fold these, do you? See, this says March. It says the winds of March, so that's going to be perfect to put in the spring. Plus it has daffies. Okay. Let me turn my sewing machine on and get some of these sewn, and I'll be right back. Okay, everyone, I'm back. I didn't do as much as I had thought initially because I need to do a couple of thread changes. So what I did was I just sewed the ones that I am going to do in white, and then I have a pile set aside for kind of a golden color that I want to do. And then I have a pile, where's that pile? I have another pile somewhere. Oh, I think I have a pile that I want to do in pink. So some of these in gold, some in pink. Yeah, so anyways, I thought, well, I'm just going to go ahead and show you what I've got done. Okay, where's our book? Kind of got things everywhere here. This one I'm going to make into, I think, it's going to fold like this. Can I do that? I got to think through it because I don't think I'm going to be able to open stuff. I'd have to double hole punch it for it to open. So I got to think through that one. Okay. These are just our papers. Put them under there for now. Okay. So let's see what we have here. Where's our hole punch? I'm probably just going to put a dot where they need to be hole punched because I don't know if I can hold it steady enough. Okay, so here's one. This one opens from the top, and this I've left a little wide, so I'm hoping I'm hoping that, yeah, it looks like I can probably, just gonna put half a circle down at the bottom. I might punch through one of the stitches. Looks like on that one. Okay, on this one, same thing. Okay. So what I'm doing here is I'm just kind of, you can see I'm not very straight here, but I'm kind of lining it up so I can have somewhat even on top to bottom. Not everything will be that way, but so I'm just circling the bottom half of that circle to make sure I get that. Okay, what's this one? This one I have as an open top. Again, let's put it, try to make it even here. Okay. So far, I don't know, maybe some of these too, because this one's not super even. I think I might go through the stitching on this one too. We'll see. What's this? This one is a side. Love that. Just love it. I mean, if a frog jumped on me, I would scream bloody murder, but I love this page. Oh my gosh, my daughter and I, let's see, I think it was after we did her hair, we went and sat on the porch, and I was just kind of moving some porch pillows out of the way, and a lizard popped out from under one of the pillows. We both squealed. It's pretty funny. Okay, so now I think I'm going to just try to center those middle ones. It is nice having a little template here to be able to do that one again. To be able to kind of judge. Okay, and then this one is just I think I did that. Did I do that wrong? No, I'm going to go this way. Okay. But then it'll just have a pocket on one side. I want to put these in real quick after I punch because I want to see how do they look in the book. Did I imagine it right? And then this one looks like we're going to do this side. And again, another great thing about using these 3-ring binders to do this is that you can always take it out to, you know, if you want to distress it, if you want to add lace or something, or you want to move it about and put it in a different location, you can always do that. Now, I want to tell you that to make these, I use my chomper, my big chomper deal, big bite or whatever it's called. But I didn't realize that the hole punches are smaller than like one of these punches, and they wouldn't fit on the 3-ring binder. Isn't that interesting? So all I'm doing is lining up that bottom part. I'm hoping I did that right on the first one. I went to an estate sale today after I dropped my grandchildren off. And did I tell you I took them to, well, my daughter had to take the 2 youngest ones to the dentist, and then she had to go to work, so I picked them up after she and the dentist, you know, had their chat. Anyways, on the way home from their house, I saw an estate sale, and so I stopped by, and must be day 1. What's today? Oh, yeah. Tuesday estate sale. That's interesting. Or Wednesday or whatever day it is, middle of the week. Usually they're Thursday, Friday, Saturday here. But anyways, Doesn't anybody work? I thought I was the only one that didn't work around here. But that place was packed. And very expensive. Everything. I mean, I guess it depends on, you know, for me, expensive. So I asked, do you have any... See right here, I punched through that. I hope it still works fine. I asked if she had, I asked the girl that was at the, you know, doing the cash register or what have you. I said, do you have any ephemera? Well, sometimes people know what ephemera is and other times they don't. And I said, basically what I'm looking for is anything that you can write on or that has been written on or that is an old receipt or ledger or anything that's paper product. She couldn't think of anything, and I asked her where was the this place was huge. This house was huge. I asked her where the office stuff was. She said downstairs. So I go downstairs, roamed around there, found a few things. I did find another embossing tool, which that was fun. So I can't wait to use that. And what else did I buy? Oh, out in the garage there was the inside of an old cash register, you know, the cash drawer where back in the day you would lift it up and then you would put, you know, your 50s underneath it. Well, that there was one of those for a couple of dollars, and I thought that is going to be so good to sort buttons and stuff. So I got that for $2. I'm just putting these in here. I'm not organizing because I think I'm going to end up taking all this out and getting a new binder. But anyways, that was a lot of fun. I did find a little recipe box for $3 that had recipes in it. Most of them were cut out of like backs of things or magazines or whatever, but there were some that were handwritten. So I thought, well, and the box was adorable. So I thought, well, gosh, for $3, it's worth it. So spring, fall. Is that a fall? No, that's a summer. So again, I can rearrange these later. I'm just getting them in their right little spots. Maybe. So that was fun. I did that, and so I look forward to putting some little recipes in here. That's gonna be fun in between something. What did I do with this? Oh, I was like, what did I do? Just sew it together, which is fine, but okay. All right, well, she's getting full. Have some fun things in here. Got to think through a few things, but other than that, I'm going to change the thread, and I'm going to get these other things sewn, get those in. Oh, and I wanted to show you on these, I gave it a little teeny hole punch so that when we slide in a long tag or bookmark or whatever, you can see it. I thought that was cute. Well, gosh, thanks for hanging with me and playing along, and we'll see how this goes. I've got some other things I want to do, so that's why this won't be an ongoing everyday thing, but it may be a couple of days in a row. We'll see. Well, anyways, I hope you all have a really good rest of the day. Hope you get to craft or watch a video or get to cook or play with the kids or whatever makes you happy in your heart. Such a joyful time when we are blessed, isn't it? So just remember that we do pray blessings for each of you, and we want you to know you're so loved. And we'll see you the next time. Bye.